Hi, I'm Christine Venus and I'm your astrologer. So, this week we have a super powerful week. So, the 6th, 7th of March till about the 20th of March this week. Now, this is the second time I'm recording this. I just recorded it 21 minutes and my sound stuffed up. My Yeti, oh my gosh. Anyway, all right, so let's do this again. Okay, so Venus and Mars have both just moved into Aquarius. Now, I have been talking about this conjunction, um, Venus and Mars meeting three times. First, they met in Capricorn at 15 degrees, then they met at 7 degrees in Pluto, sorry, in Capricorn, and now they're meeting at 0 degrees in Aquarius. So, this is super powerful. Now, I do have a video on the Venus-Mars conjunction and the ultimate love story or project, it's called. You can watch that video back. I go through each sign, through each rising sign, or you can look for more information and listen to your sun as well if you want. And we go through each sign and where this energy is manifesting for you, what you're going to be building and creating for the next 20 years to come. So, what makes this so powerful, this Venus and Mars conjunction in Aquarius, is that in December 2020, so 21st of December 2020, Jupiter and Saturn met together at the grand conjunction point. Now, they haven't met together like this in a long time. So, let me get back to my notes now, as I went all over the place before. So that day was a super lucky day. So we were setting up for the next 20 years what we would be building, working towards creating, basically what we would be committing to, taking responsibility for, showing up to. So in 20 years time, we can reap the rewards from something that we've built and created and put so much energy and work and effort towards over the last 20 years in 20 years time. So Jupiter and Saturn haven't met in Aquarius together like that in 800 years, and in air signs for 200 years, and they've only met in earth signs. So the conjunction last happened in an air sign in 1980, but it was just a taster because it'll go forward into the next sign, have a little bit of a taste of it, and then it retrogrades back into where it was. So it was super powerful because they're meeting at that 0 degrees, and the 0 degrees is that starting, that manifesting first degree point. So it's like new everything. It's like the start of something amazing but to come. So yeah, a 20-year cycle where we're initiating something that will be long lasting and beneficial. Saturn's all about, as I said, all the hard work and all that. Jupiter's about gifts and abundance and luck and expansion and growth and all these amazing things coming through, opportunities. So Venus and Mars meeting at that, those Capricorn degrees was us, getting in touch and getting more serious and committed to our values, what we love, what we're passionate about, what we desire, what we want to go after. Meeting with Pluto is transforming, bringing up the truth, bringing up secrets, helping us to get to the bottom of things. And Pluto is all about destruction and destroying things so that we can go through a death and rebirth process and, come out with something new and fresh, basically. Okay. So what also makes this super powerful to this Venus and Mars conjunction? So not only is it at this super powerful point, but they're ruled by the nodes. And I go through this all so much in more detail in that video, but the nodes are currently in Taurus and Scorpio, the North node being what we're going after, our direction, our collective direction in this life, what we're, the destiny point, basically. The North node's a destiny point for us. And then we have the South node, what we're moving away from, what we're releasing, what we're letting go of, what's no longer serving us, what we've completed the process of like learning or healing from or whatever. So Venus and Mars coming together is bringing people together, bringing relationships together, bringing love together. It's in the Aquarius energy. Aquarius is all about the bigger picture, the high picture. It's our aspirations. It's what we're doing for the environment, for the planet, for the earth, for humanity. Okay, so It's also this Venus and Aquarius energy is really good for finding solutions. People, as I said, people coming together, thinking analytically. It's more of an observant energy. It's good for brainstorming ideas and solving big problems. So this Aquarius energy too is a little bit sometimes tricky to understand because it's ruled by Saturn and Uranus. And Saturn's all about, that hard work, that showing up, all those themes. And then Uranus is very much the rebellious energy. It's the free spirit. It wants to do its own thing, do what it wants, its own way, basically. It wants to break things up and shake things up and stir the pot and all that sort of energy, because it's all about frequency and raising our frequency to a higher consciousness. So Mars in Aquarius now will help us to feel more detached from our feelings when it comes to going after our aspirations, going after our dreams, what we want, all of those things. Mars in Aquarius will also help, as I said, to raise our frequency, to help us find those soul groups, those soul connections with people who are in alignment with our higher, bigger purpose, that can help us with our goals, our passions, desires. I think this could also trigger quite rebellious energy because, as I said, Uranus is all about the black sheep and rebelling against society and against the norm, and Aries is all about doing things their way, and it's my way or the highway energy. Aries is very much like that. So though Mars in that Aries is about that. Mars is all about that, and Mars in that Uranian sign of Aquarius is going to have that more rebellious energy. So that's where we can see more protests, possibly more people standing up for what they believe in, standing up for the planet, for other people. It's a very collective people energy. So it's like people coming together. And it'll also trigger us from breaking free from, things in our lives that are feeling restricted or holding us back, that are not, rules that we've created basically and set in place, because that's what the Aquarian energy is all about. They can have rules and they can have structure and they can have all this Saturnian things, but it has to be their way, and it has to be, without being told what to do, That's probably a thing with Aquarius energy. It's like, you have to play reverse psychology with them, maybe. I don't know. Venus in Aquarius will help us feel more detached from our emotions. So when it comes to moving forward with those values that were redefined in that Capricorn energy as well, and transformed with Pluto there, we can feel more level-headed, more rational when it comes to making important decisions about our future, what we love, what we want. Venus in Aquarius will also help us to share love towards our friends and to people on a bigger, wider scale. Venus and Aquarius energy is more detached, so it's more about being open, and it's where people can have more like open relationships and stuff like that as well with that Venus Aquarius energy. So because we want to open our hearts to more energy, to more to be more loving and humane to more people and whatnot. It's a great transit for seeing the uniqueness and the quirks and the differences in others and being more accepting of them. So it's we can connect with new people that we wouldn't normally connect with. We can try new relationships with different or unusual people to what we normally would as well, because we're being more open and we're craving more freedom within our relationships too. So trying something different can be quite powerful. It's great for social interactions and connecting with people, and I said coming together to get an important message across, and also to solve problems and come up with these bigger solutions and ideas. So we will have Mercury in Aquarius still for a few days, but then Mercury will move into Pisces in a few days, so Wednesday, Thursday. So this will completely change the way that we're thinking and communicating. Our thinking won't be as clear and as analytical, maybe not as much to the point. Pisces can be more wishy-washy, not too dreamy, but can be dreamy and off with the fairies very much. It's not grounded and actually here present on Earth. It's in another reality or often in dreamland basically. So our heads can be in the clouds during this transit. We won't have as much attention to detail. We won't be able to absorb as much information and take as much in. It's where we can be overstimulated. Too much social activity can be too much, where we need to escape. We need to soothe ourselves. We've got to be careful that we don't self-soothe though. But we'll be craving that calmness and that peace for sure. We can be more emotionally expressive too with Mercury and Pisces. We can come across more sensitive, more compassionate in our conversations and messages with people. Our communication and thoughts can be more internal, and it's harder to verbalize fluently without making mistakes or having misunderstandings. Again, we can be off with the fairies, harder to concentrate on one thing at once and pay attention to the finer details and get things right and correct. Although we can be more kind, more compassionate with our conversations, and what we're wanting to get across can come across more smoothly. But our internal intuition can be activated more too. So we need to tune into our higher self, into those messages, the information from God, the universe, our higher self, source, the creator, your guides, your angels, whoever it is that you connect with, that is, that creator energy. It's a good time to learn more about spirituality and mental health and practices. It's good for poets, for writers, for romance, for fiction, for anything of mystical things. So that is pretty much the start of the week, the energy and the lead up. It's very much all about that Venus-Mars conjunction energy at the start of the week. When they first conjuncted too was on Valentine's Day, which was super powerful too. It's just really super powerful energy at the moment. It's karmic, it's fated, it's destined, and it's aligning us in those divine relationships where we have a higher purpose to pursue together. Okay, so at the end of the week, the Sun will conjunct Neptune. This is going to affect us for at least a few days. There's always, that lead up is a couple of weeks, you're going to feel it, but it's more intense, during that week of things happening. And that definitely on that exact conjunction when the degrees are exact. So Sun conjunct Neptune. We just had the Sun Jupiter conjunction, and that was a very powerful time, energy for manifesting, for lucky energy, for our soul's purpose, for what we love, what makes us happy, what lights us up. So this Sun Neptune energy at the end of the week, on the 12th, 13th, is where our dreams can come true. It's all where we can see the fantasy we've been living in. Basically, there's two sides to it. So it can be extremely healing as Neptune dissolves things, and the Sun is our ego, our ego beliefs. So Neptune is dissolving our ego. Our vitality can be lowered. We can feel more tired, like we need to go have more rest, retreat, naps, sleep, more time to meditate, time to go within and reflect. The Sun highlights things and strengthens them, or it can bust things so they're weak. It can show us where we've been deceiving ourselves, not seeing things clearly, distorting things, idolizing situations or people. It's where we've let our ego get in the way of our true happiness. And, where we, where we haven't been letting ourselves step into our true love of what we want, what lights us up, what makes us bright and happy, what makes us shine. And we need to make sure that we don't go to places where we have to escape and self-sabotage and self-soothe and take drugs and alcohol and be deceptive or deceive ourselves or others, or not deal with what's going on, basically. Sweep things under the rug. This is soul and higher self energy coming together to create or birth something new. Neptune is our dreams, our imagination, spirituality. It's also illusion, delusion, confusion, addictions, bad behaviors. So make sure that it's something positive that you're putting your creative energy into manifesting. It's a good few days to start any kind of new healing practices, as these will help you to stay on track with fulfilling your soul purpose, because it's very much about healing that soul energy. So It's a very tricky time at the moment too with all the energies, because we have all this Pisces Neptune energy going on, and all the planets are direct, but we can be feeling a bit more slow and harder to take action and be clear about what we want necessarily. So once the sun moves into Aries on the 21st, we'll be able to get really into things and take action and start to like move ahead and feel the energy excel, because that sun will be at the start of the astrological new year, and it's like that cardinal energy of Aries, and it's go, 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 basically. So that's the energy of the week. I can't believe the sound stuff of the other video. I said so much more on that, but I need to get this done now. Make sure you follow me on Instagram for daily updates. I go through the moon phases, you know, what's happening as the moon moves signs every 2.5 days. It's super important because it governs our emotions and how we're feeling. So follow me on Instagram for that. Otherwise, make sure you subscribe and you, yeah, just follow me for my weekly videos, and I'll talk to you soon. Make sure you're compassionate and kind and healing and loving with yourself. My baby bear just came in the room. Hey, Yoda. And I will talk to you soon. Have a great week. Take care.